the helicopter.
Because they know people want to come against it. People are coming against it. So they're preparing for that. But I digress. Go ahead.
God, shit about to drink up all the water. Lake Michigan going.
Yeah, it's about to make our water's already fucked up. You don't want to drink tap water. All right, it's already full of metals and drugs and and bourbon. It's probably the reason why so many men have ED issues, because you getting all these estrogen from all these women's shit that they throwing away and throwing in the water.
Brain fog.
Yeah, you just all messed up.
Back problems, heart problems.
Yeah, exactly. You drinking water and it's doing the complete opposite that it's supposed to for your body.
Fucking up your bones.
This is verse 9, Matthew 24:9. Then you will be arrested. This is talking about the men of the Lord. It says, then you will be arrested, persecuted, and killed.
And we know that that's next, because that bill, was it C9 or bill, what did they call it? Yeah, I think up in Canada. Up in Canada. Yeah, that's basically outlawed the Bible. And you know that it's not just going to stick to Canada. Canada's right next door to us. Okay? And they're already talking about doing it in the state of California. So if they do it in Canada and California, what do you think is going to happen to the rest of America, man?
They say it's a weapon in California.
And they also know that that these citizens are basically had it up to here. All right, we're on the verge of another Bacon's rebellion, except this time it's going to be way worse, because it's also not only is it going to be political in nature, but it's also going to be racial this time. See, that first Bacon's rebellion, what they don't teach about in school in the first damn place, it was all the poor people together, all right, against the rich elite Edomites. Now all the poor people are divided as well. Okay, so it's going to have a huge racial aspect to it now. And you're on the verge of happening to begin, because the American citizens are waking up to the fact that the little hats, the guys with the smaller hats, that they're controlling your Congress, they're controlling almost every aspect of America, almost every major corporation, and every major thing that has to do with government, every major thing that has to do with law enforcement, every major thing that has to do with health. The people with the smaller hats are the CEOs, the commanding officers, and the people in charge. So why is it that these people who have dual citizenship and are foreigners have so much power in your country, to the point to where democracy isn't democracy anymore? And the average dumbass citizen is finally waking up to that fact. All right? They understand that they're starting to understand about the Electoral College now. Okay? Key and Peele even did a skit on it. All right? They did a skit on it. Well, it was like, they were playing basketball, talking about slam the vote. Said, we got to vote. And he tried to tell people to get out there and vote. And then the other one is telling them, yeah, and now we even got the Electoral College. And to vote for us in case we fuck it up and put the wrong person in office. And the other one was like, hold on, what?
Right.
So he said, yeah, the Electoral College, what they do, if we put the wrong people, they straighten that shit up, put the right people in office. And so, he a dumbass nigga, the other one like,
dumb nigga.
And you're like, what the fuck, what you mean? So he said, so you mean that our votes don't count? So now he against the shit, while the rest of them are like, yeah, he like, no. So that's what's happening. The average American is waking up like the character, can't say that word, character, of Jordan Peele in that skit, man. He was the one that was like, he got it. Well, the rest of the dumb niggas, Key and the rest of the homies, they didn't get the shit.
Yeah.
Okay? Go ahead, brother.
I was gonna say it was funny too, because I remember probably a few months back, you had the talking point come up about, they're trying to turn America into an oligarchy. And it's like what you're saying, it was that realization that it's only a small group of people actually running this shit, man.
Yeah, and Americans are starting to see that.
It's always been an oligarchy.
And it's always been that way, but see, now you got the internet. Right. And now, so that's what the surveillance is about. Because now they can surveil you, and when you speak about it, you talk about it, they can make life impossible for you. And that's how we know that we're close to the end of this thing, because we're about to be persecuted just for speaking the truth.
I want to bring
Alright.
up that Bill C9 that you brought up there.
Can I bring this out real quick? No, I want you to bring that out. But no, because the elder had made a point about the Canada and California. This is Amos 8, and it's perfect too for that. This is Amos 8 and 10. It says, "And I will turn your feasts into mourning, and your lamentation and your songs into lamentation. And I will bring sackcloth upon all your loins, and baldness upon every head. And I will make it as a mourning and as an only son," because all these are signs of mourning. All right, it says, "And the end thereof as a bitter day. Behold, the day is come, saith Yahweh power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor thirst for water, but of hearing of the words of Yahweh." And that's what's going to happen with this surveillance, these data centers, and being watched. That's bringing in the famine of the word, which is another what? End time prophecy. That wasn't happening 200 years ago.
And that was the whole argument with me and P-Dog. Because he worked with and for AI, and I said, and then I said AI is dangerous and is destroying jobs. It's really messing up the economy. And then and Joe walked into going into the bathroom. Joe was like, "It's already messed it up," and he walked away. And he came out, and we talking about some other shit that was over his head. He's like, "Well, shit, that shit above my pay grade. I don't know what the hell y'all talking about." But the point is though, is that it's like he's not acknowledging, because and I understand why. The reason why P-Dog is all confused is because he said that none of this, it can't be because the rapture hasn't happened. I'm still here. And and I'm trying to explain to him that that's not biblical, man. There's no scriptures to support that. And the scriptures that they try to use have nothing to do with that. Okay? But go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
The only one they really use is Matthew 24:36 down, and that's talking about the elect.
Exactly.
When they say one should be grinding at the mill, one
Right.
left and another taken, that's talking about the predestination. That's talking about the elect.
That's Ephesians 1. All right, that's Ephesians the first chapter, man. The elect.
They're predestined, yeah.
They predestinated. All right? There's nothing you can do to separate them from Yahushua. They've already been chosen, which
Exactly.
we're hoping and praying that that's us. And that's why we come out and do what we do.
That's right.
All right, to make our election sure.
That's right.
So that we can get, and it ain't go. And then when that happens, when they get lifted up, ain't gonna be no 7 years of tribulation and all that
Yeah,
bullshit.
niggas still gonna be down here
Still-
cooking.
Still down here, right? Living in sewers, trying to catch rat meat and shit.
They got that
Struggling, waiting for the Lord to come back
George,
again,
George,
the third time. Well, we know we didn't make that first trip, but we got to pay for a little bit more, and the Lord gonna come. That ain't scriptural, man.
That's that Seth Rogen movie. What's that movie?
right.
This is the end where the rapture happened. Then they was still down here fighting monsters and shit.
That
Right.
was funny as hell.
Running from niggas, and that shit ain't gonna happen.
Right, cannibalism that kicked in,
Yeah.
Moism,
Man,
now gay cannibal game.
that's about it.
That's frightening.
That's
actually fucking
that's
terrifying.
actually pretty terrifying.
Yeah,
Sons of
fucking-
Belial out here, man, on the loose, man. Fuck out of here.
I have one for you on that rapture.
They had the thunder to that, boy.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead, brother.
I should
This,
just met the book connected with that side clip with y'all out.
She need rent.
I got $2.
This
That's folly.
That's funny, bro.
Folly, man.
just going into the Revelation house, how it is no rapture, like the elder was just saying. It's the book of Revelation, chapter 3 and verse 10. It says, "But because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world, to try them that dwell upon the earth." Why is he going to have to keep us from the hour of temptation? Because we're going to be, the elect is still going to be there, man. It's that Psalms the 91st chapter. That covering has to be there, you know? That's what it is.
Bro.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Never mind that door. Y'all got it.
It's that bill the elder was going into earlier. This is bill, the famine of the word they was going to. This bill C9, also known as Combating Hate Act. It's so funny they got a Combating
So
Hate
now
Act.
the Bible is hate.
Right. I thought they swelled in
All
the
right,
court of law.
now you got, now
They
look,
swelled in the court of law.
look, you got Edomite KKK channels, all sorts of white power, hate,
Nazi, neo-Nazi.
neo-Nazism, all these videos and content is up, and they're not coming after, but you want to come after Bible-based.
Motherfucking chud the building.
Right.
Fuck ass nigga.
Dudes is getting banged and they exit shoot by transgenders.
Oh my lord.
All right, and that's okay. But somebody starts bringing out the scriptures, and all of a sudden, you know.
Right.
Go ahead.
Is the Combating Hate Act is a law that amends Canada's criminal code to strengthen penalties and create new offenses for hate-motivated crimes.
Create new offenses, so they want to fill up them privatized jails, huh?
Right. For hate-motivated crimes, intimidation, and public display of hate or terrorism symbols.
Wow, so you imagine them private prison owners are licking their chops on that. Them Hebrew camps. Them Hebrew camps is huge now. We can get all them. Matter of fact, we probably can get some of them Fruit of Islam dudes too.
Yeah.
You know? So they looking. So right. So they looking at the brothers, and they salivate.
Right.
How they gonna lock us up? In which the scriptures say that they're gonna do that, man. The difference is though, when they snatch up Farrakhan's guys, and they snatch up us, then it's gonna be second. It's gonna be secondary to 1673.
That's it.
All right, because it's gonna be different when they put their hands on the prophets of the Lord. Because there ain't no prophets among Islam.
No.
And definitely ain't no prophets among FOI. And that ain't no distant to you brothers. It's just the truth. All right, go ahead.
Just the truth. This is Matthew 24:9. Then you will be arrested, persecuted, and killed. You will be hated all over the world because you are my followers. So this is the heritage of the saints right here, man.
Right. Yeah, because the rest of the world, they don't want to give up their sovereignty, and they have no. And upon the arrival of Yahushua, when the Yahushua shows up, and then he reveals who King David is here on earth, when that happens, there's no more sovereignty of the other nations.
Right.
Because when David comes back,
That's it.
He gathering up his men, and they gonna do what the Lord set them forth to do, which is take the kingdom. All right, real talk.
Right.
You talking about some Maccabean, rebellion on a whole nother level this time. Right. Okay. You talking about the Lord's X-Men. Bring it up.
This Revelation 11 and verse 15, and the seven angels sounded, and there were great voices in heaven saying, the kingdoms of this world are become the kingdoms of our Lord.
There you go. So no other governments, no other people, all the other races, all the other governments have to bow down to the government of Yahushua.
That's right.
Continue that.
It says, the kingdoms of this world are become the kingdoms of our Lord and of his anointed, and he shall reign forever and ever.
And that's why Esau Edom is angry, because he knows, all right, he won't admit it. He's not going to admit it until he's forced to, all right? But he knows that we are those people. He knows that we are the people of the Lord. He's very well aware of it, man. And there's evidence, so much evidence against it. I mean, to prove that we are. I'm reading a book right now. The book is called, let's see. Damn, I hadn't transferred those pictures yet. God damn it. Hold on. Maybe I did. No, I didn't. Oh, I did. Hold on. It's called The Jews of Khazaria by Kellen Allen Brooke. All right? Because I've been battling with AI for the last couple weeks back and forth. They're trying to say it's a conspiracy and there's no proof. All right? In this book, I'm 3 ways in it. And 190 plus 195 is what? It's not quite 4. It's 385, 390, something like that. Yeah, 385. It's 385. I'm a quarter way through the book, and that's 300, and I've already got 385 authors, all from the 1700s to the 1900s that are spoken about, and the majority of these authors are also Jewish, by the way. All right, who have wrote history about the Khazars and the conversion of the Khazars to following Judaism. But yet, because they were trying to hold on to this lie, this myth. So what they're doing is, how they love to project. So what they're trying to do is project their fear, or they're trying to project a lie. That's all hearsay, and that's all that's anti-Semitism. That's that's just a conspiracy of hate. So you mean so far? Now it's more. Like I said, I'm only a third into the book, and I already have 385 authors from different time periods that never met each other, that don't know each other, and the majority of them are Jewish. And they wrote whole books about this conversion. They wrote whole books about this conversion history of the Khazars to following Judaism. They wrote all kind of, it's about marriages, different marriages to different people, there were different royal people, and how they were marrying into the Greek families and marrying into Italian families, all sorts of things, man. All this history, how they took over the trading, you know, the roots from China to Saudi Arabia to Africa. They were controlling all these trade routes and shit. All this stuff that was going on in the Middle Ages, all right? All the wars that they chose Judaism to avoid the wars because the Christians and the Muslims were going at it over Jerusalem, over Israel.
Yeah.
Okay? And so by them choosing Judaism, they ducked and dodged that whole conflict.
They ducked the fade.
That was like, that's y'all problem.
They ducked the big fade.
We ain't got nothing to do with that. And that's why he chose it. Also, he felt like people really need to be cleaned up. And this, so you mean to tell me, like I said, it's probably even more. It's probably gonna turn, if I go through that book, and that's the thing, I love books like this, because he put all the resources, the time, the dates, the names, nice. The relics, the evidence of the relics, you know, like there's a museum across from us. It's full of relics that are proof and evidence of certain events. So you can argue with me all day, but then when I produce a relic, all right, because this right here, this relic, you know, that I'm holding in my hand, proves that what you're saying is not true, but this really happened.
I can use that one to cover the cameras.
Okay? So like I said, thus far, 385 authors from different time periods that are all talking about this event. All right, go ahead, brother.
In Psalm 64 and 8, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves.
Mm-hmm. And all these books were written by Edomites. All right, Edomites and Jewish Edomites. Go ahead.
So shall they make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away.
Matter of fact, let me show the book to the camera. All right. See what but there it is. The Jews the Jews of Zaria. All right. That's the book. Right there. And like I said, I'm the third way into the book. All right, by Kevin Allen Brooks. I'm about 3/4 into the book. No, about a third into the book, not 3/4. And I've already 385 different authors from different time periods with relics, all right, with evidences that these people existed and that these people definitely were following Judaism when they wasn't following Judaism before. And yet you got a people, just so people can protect the lie, because look, their whole existence is all based upon that lie, and then they're also afraid of what the world will do to them when the world find out that they've been lied to, they've been duped. We'll support you, you know, and that's why that whole Judeo-Christian, who you think's at the head of that? All right, but continue.
Who's reading?
Zebo got one. Go ahead, bring that out.
Luke chapter 8, verse 17.
You got to read louder than that or come around, Zebo.
Yeah, come around,
Y'all
bro.
got that TV voice, man. We on the line, bro.
Luke chapter 8, verse 17. For there is nothing secret that should not be made manifest.
Right.
Not anything hid that should not be known and come abroad.
Perfect.
So the secrets of the Bible that was once hid for years and years is coming to the truth. Coming out in front, bro.
That's right, brother.
And he spoke about who was in that song. So y'all get that song. Get 85 and 11.
I got that.
Okay, get it, brother.
Perfect.
This is Psalms 85 and 11. See what happens with Great Millstone? He was already there. Go ahead, brother.
Truth shall spring out of the earth, and righteousness shall look down from heaven.
All right. So speaking on that book and that event and that historical event, which a certain group of people try to say is all a lie, it's just hate. That's hateful. No, it's truth. Because
You hate to hear it.
You hate to hear it because it proves that you're a liar. All right, Milkowski, you're right. Man, stop. Okay, because because in this book it speaks of different museums and different places and different relics around the world that some of these relics are housed that prove this lie or proves that it's true. All right, so it wasn't just a conspiracy just to shame J-ish people. All right, and like I said, and the majority of the authors, all right, were J-ish themselves. One of the most famous that wrote about it was Arthur Koestler.
That's right.
All right.
13 tribes.
And you know, and
That's right.
you know, and supposedly he was writing another book on the same subject when all of a sudden he and his wife committed suicide out of their 4th-story London apartment.
I didn't know that.
And went and they
Nice. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they committed suicide, double suicide together, where they held hands and dove head first to the concrete 4 stories below. But you know,
I wonder who they had right there.
But it's definitely you know.
Hold their hands.
Yeah, right.
I know your woman. And your woman gonna argue about you with your ass about taking the trash. She ain't finna let you kill each other. That don't even sound right.
So he and his wife held hands and went out their 4th-story building. I mean, right. They opened up the windows, because you know they got the windows that go all the way down to the floor.
They had money too.
Well, yeah, they did. They had money.
Fuck, he gonna kill himself for.
So they swan dive head first to the concrete. That's pretty much how, you know, what happened to Arthur Koestler and his wife. Double suicide.
That's it.
But we know that it's a certain group. It's a certain group that you know, that took care of that. My man got it. Is that an IROC Z?
Yeah.
Damn, IROC. Damn.
I had to just get their attention. These old timers in the back.
Hey,
Yes,
That
sir.
nigga got an IROC, boy.
Hey,
Motherfucker back. Yes, I rock.
it's the same thing with that nigga Henry. I think his name was Henry Arthur Milton. He the one who made Behold the Pale Horse.
Right?
They say
no,
when
his
you
name was
David Jordan Maxwell.
No. His name was Michael Cooper.
okay.
Michael Cooper wrote Behold the Pale
Michael
Horse.
Cooper.
I actually had that book at
Me
home
too.
and I read it like 30 years ago.
But
I read it 10 years before I even got in the truth. So you already see the vibration.
When I first came into the truth, you know, like I'm from the hood and shit, man. You know how you gonna tell if I went to tell the BDs. I did. I'm like, man, this shit real. And I'm like, it's real. Like I'm telling you, the Israelites, man, the white man, they got all this shit on lock. And my cousin Rock, that nigga, he actually just got, it's crazy because he just did 17 years and it's been about that long. My cousin Rock, and he just got out. And he said it, he walked up and everybody was joking with, like, clowning and shit. And they like, no, man, you tripping, man. My cousin Rock said, man, I ain't even gonna lie. He like the chief of those niggas. But when he talked, they shut the fuck up. He said, I ain't gonna lie, man. I was locked up and I read a book that said the pale white horse, and it said everything that he's saying, man, is true. You got it. He told me.
He was in there having revelations.
Yeah, because he ain't saying shit the whole time. And he said, he said, y'all laughing at Kel, man. Y'all better read that book, man. Behold the pale white horse. He said, I read that shit locked up. Everything he's saying real, man.
Yeah.
That book is even, man.
Yeah, and that book he even tells you how there was a plan to destroy the so-called black community.
Yep.
And the Hispanic community.
Yep.
He tells you both that there was a government plan to destroy the so-called black and Hispanic community, man. Right. Why do you think that is? Okay, because they know who primarily both sets of those people are. And they know that they one people. Okay? They're very well aware of that, man.
That's right.
All right? These elites at the top know exactly who we are.
Yes, they know.
They keep the confusion among the peons.
Yeah.
Okay? But the ones at the top that sit there and eat they steak and lobster dinners.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
All right.
Mention how the steak is
still bloody.
Yeah, there you go.
Right.
Still bloody. They wicked as hell, man.
You sit at the table with your pit bull.
Cause it's the closest thing to that human meat, man.
All right.
Go. What you say, Papa?
They know.
Oh, this is Revelation. Okay, this is Revelation 12. I'm gonna start at 16. We're talking about how all these things come out and whatnot. And the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood which the dragon cast out of his mouth. and the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war. So they frustrated, pissed off, and mad behind all these things. And you got this happening. You got the Air Force major that just resigned his thing with the Air Force because the Constitution and the whole deal and whatnot. He said he knows because he want to impeach. He want to impeach Donald Trump.
Right. And he's called that's look. What that man done is historic. That is a major point in history. You witness some American history happening right there, because no officer, all right, in the history of America, in uniform, have stood up and did what he did.
On the steps of Congress.
He literally, and even said it. This is a 17-year career,
Yep.
and I know that I'm going to jail. But this is one of those moments. The same moment like when that Marine got his arm broken.
That's what I was thinking
All right,
about.
it's another one of those moments, man. And that Marine is running for Congress, and he's probably gonna get in there too. All right, but that and now on top of what the major just did, I think his name is Jordan Watson. Major, I think it's Major Watson. But nevertheless, regardless,
I got it for you. His name is what we got? Active duty Air Force.
can somebody look at it? Give it to
Active duty Air Force. Yeah,
Jason Watson.
Jason Watson.
So I said Jordan Watson.
It wasn't Chip Hazard.
It was Jason Watson. So
Right.
Major Jason Watson of the United States Air Force
Active duty.
basically spoke out against his current
head chief.
pedo in chief. Pedo in thief.
Pedo in thief.
Say it right. He spoke. He spoke out. He spoke out against the current pedo and thief. Because truth be matter, they all be pedo and thieves.
Right.
All right.
Shit, it's common knowledge now.
But yeah, it's common knowledge. You can't deny it now.
Why did you go to that
Why do you
island?
think they're gonna? They're not going to ever release the missiles gonna drop and they still ain't gonna release. That's gonna be Esau's last claim to victory. At least y'all never saw them files.
But we know how to killer part, we know how to download them.
Right.
We don't know your files from fucking 1709,
You know?
Greece, the 7th century.
Yeah.
Dumb
He gonna be
nigga.
like, yeah, well, at least y'all never got to see those files. All right.
And we definitely gonna show the public. The public gonna know. Look, the Elder Malcolm made a statement, about the house of David. And I was thinking about the scriptures revealed in the tabernacle of David, which you watching happen to pass right now. But when the Lord give us this power, it ain't gonna be nothing. See, your false sense of power was like it says in Isaiah, who seeth us and who knoweth us, spiritual wickedness in high places, was being hidden. But when we get on top, just like your heaven is our hell is gonna be y'all hell.
Absolutely.
Ain't no more secrecy.
And
no more secrecy.
And the worst thing.
That's right, Bob. I got it.
And one of the worst things that they're gonna have to deal with is the thing that they've been most proud of. The thing that they've been the most proud of is this made up whiteness. Right? When they learn that whiteness is made up, it has nothing to do with a race or anything. They literally made that up so that they could call themselves something other than what they really are.
That's right.
The cursed Edomites of the Bible, right? That the Edomites got dominion over the earth in the end days, and they corrupted and ruined the earth. They've ruined the air, they've ruined the water, they've ruined the food, they've ruined everything is suffering and in mourning, from the animal kingdom to humankind, to plant life, the jungles, the trees, everything's in mourning. I'm looking at trees now that this one is completely dead. And I'm looking at other trees, where half of they got nothing but missing. It's like a bitch with a bunch of balls fighting.
We
got two balls. We got two ball holes.
It's like hoes got hair on the side, no on the other side.
Shit, this one ain't got nothing.
And nothing. And that one don't got nothing.
They need their weed.
And the other
Just
ones,
patches.
and the other ones,
They got alopecia. The trees got alopecia.
So this man he's destroying everything, man.
6, the point is at 8. It says, matter of fact, I'm gonna start at 5. Salaki, I gotta start at 5. It's Isaiah 14:5. It said, Yahweh have broken the staff of the wicked, the scepter of the rulers, he who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. And that's everything the elder going into. He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hindered. The whole earth is at rest and quiet, and they break forth into singing. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no feller is come up against us.
Yeah, because everything and everyone has suffered under the rulership of these people, including nature itself, man. When I see them videos, all them mighty majestic beasts,
like that
dying,
moose,
man,
with the things on them,
the
bugs, the ticks,
man,
fuck, man, that was horrible, man. It hurt to watch that, man.
It hurt, man.
The sea creatures be having them barnacles on them and shit.
They didn't put fences up where fences don't belong, and animals are getting trapped in the fences and dying. I saw a gazelle trapped in the fence being eaten alive by a pack of wild dogs. Now you understand that, you know, because actually the destiny of this creature was messed with. right? Because he tried to jump the fence and his horns got caught in the fence that shouldn't have been there. And then got caught by a pack of dogs. His head stuck.
They could have gave him another 15 seconds,
He
man.
just got this fucked up look on his face while these dogs are all ripping at his underbelly and his legs, a whole pack of them. Until he finally, them pulling on him finally freed his horns and he just collapsed to the ground and was literally getting eaten alive. Right? He wasn't even dead yet, man. Right? All because there was a fence there that was put up by some fucking crackers. It didn't belong there anyway. Who are you to go someplace in nature and put up a fence?
So you can have sex with an animal.
That's a strange, right? That's a strange. The animals are looking at this like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, right. Definitely going out there. Hold on, Zebo told something.
Go ahead.
Whatever y'all got.
Isaiah chapter 24, verse 5. The earth.
Read it in the NLT and read 4. Go to the NLT and read that 4.
You can do it. Now go back to that, bro.
Go ahead and get it, man. This story about hard.
Go ahead, that's what I said. Y'all bring it out.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and 27. For evil shall be put out and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith it is flourished, corruption shall be overcome, and the truth which had been so long without fruit shall be declared. So the Lord is wrapping Esau up, man. You see what's going on. The Lord is mocking these devils. It's time for us. It's time for the sons of God to rule, man.
Exactly.
Oh, he already said that. What you trying to say?
No, what is he asking?
Isaiah 24 and 5. 4. I don't have it.
It's Isaiah 24.
Let me see real quick. Let me show you.
The earth
You want to put
roars
that? No,
and
leave
dries
it.
up, and the land
No, you
wastes
using a blue letter?
away and
No,
withers.
that's
So
what's
even
going
the
back to
greatest people on earth waste away.
Who's the greatest people? The Lord's people, Israel. It's wasting away because this wicked ass devil who's in charge.
Verse 5, the earth suffers for the sins of his people, for they have twisted God's instructions, violated his laws, and broken his everlasting covenant. Therefore, a curse consumes the earth. His people must pay the price for their sin. They are destroyed by fire, and only a few are left alive.
That's what's coming. The fire, the destruction is coming for this wicked.
Man, that NLT on some scriptures be going hard.
Hard.
The one outside of KJP, NLT be giving some good work.
There's a couple of them.
Yeah, that amplified goes hard.
And that amplified too.
Good
Real
news.
quick, this is going to be the last one. All right, somebody in the NLT get Isaiah 14, 21.
It's Isaiah 14 and 21.
Figuring it out now.
NLT. Isaiah 14 and 21. NLT. I will climb to the highest heavens and be like the Most High. Instead, you will be brought down to the place of the dead, down to its lowest depth. It's Isaiah 14 and 21. It says, kill this man's children. Let them die because of their father's sin. They must not rise and conquer the earth, filling the world with their cities.
Because they are their forefathers.
That's what makes these folks right there. All right, the Lord is not all love.
A horrible death.
Let them die because of their father's sins. They must not rise and conquer the earth, filling the world with their cities.
Hey, so with that, man, we're gonna give all praises, all honor, and glory unto
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Rakakadash.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Bob Babal.
Abba Babal.